Welcome to my UFC predictions for UFC Fight Night Gane versus Tuviasa. So, straight away starting with the first fight on the main card is JORDAIN versus Wood. It should be a good fight to start that main card. I think JORDAIN, I think he'll win by decision. I think he's got that. I think he's just a bit better. I think Wood is a good fighter, but I think JORDAIN is just too high of a quality for Wood currently, and he's just a bit better on that stand-up. I think it will be a stand-up fight, and I think JORDAIN, if you're just talking about stand-up, Wood versus him, I think JORDAIN edges that in my mind and wins it over 3 rounds with decision. I think Wood is good, and I think he's good enough to stay in there. I think JORDAIN could get a KO or TKO, but I think the most likely route is decision. I think, to be quite honest, if Wood gets to a decision, not too, it's not as dominant as what I think. I think JORDAIN wins all 3 rounds, but I think if Wood wins a split decision or something, I think it's not a bad result for Wood. I think that's quite good. JORDAIN is a good fighter, and that'll give him a bit more of a. If he wins, I mean that's a brilliant win for Wood, but my decision is JORDAIN by decision. Getting on to the next fight, Gomes versus Aarons. Gomes' first fight, so it's in Paris. Frenchman coming in and his debut. I think he's got it on the stand-up. I think he wins, but I think if Aarons gets him to the ground, I think it's a different story. I think it's a fight of that sort of thing. I think on the stand-up, Gomes wins, but it should be interesting if he gets to the ground. I think that'll be a bit more interesting to see what he's got there. I do think he gets TKO though, Gomes by TKO, but I think that's if it stays standing. To be quite honest, and with his debut, I think it's a bit more tough that trying to work out what I think. I think he'll win on his debut, but I think it's a bit more see what you get. I don't think that's something you should be really heading for. I think it's on your debut it can change, but I think it is in Paris. It is his home debut. He is in his home country. He is debuting. The crowd's going to be there. They're going to be behind him. So I think he gets it done. But if he gets to the ground, I think it's a bit of a different story there. But yeah, I think my pick is Gomes by KO TKO. Going on to the next fight, and this is HAQPARAST versus McDessie. I think both have got that volume in a sense. I think southpaw HAQPARAST, and his ability to, I think being southpaw helps you out. It just will compared to orthodox because there's so many more orthodox fighters out there, and in your gym you'll fight a lot more orthodox. I think it's going to be a tougher fight than what people think. I think it's quite close, but I do think HAQPARAST gets a win, and I think he does get a finish. I'm saying round 2 finish, maybe round 3. I don't think it's an instant. Round 1. But I do think HAQPARAST gets it. As he is younger, I think he's a bit better. But I think it's closer. But I think HAQPARAST has that bit of, how do I put it, has just a bit more ability. They've both got quite good volume. But I think it's that thing of, who do you go for? And I think it's going to be a close one, but I think HAQPARAST starts winning the engagements, just getting there slightly more early, and gets him out of there in round 2. KO TKO HAQPARAST round 2. Now next fight is CHIRICO versus Koplyov. And this will be another. I think a few of these fights are quite close on this card. So I think It's going to be a close one. I think CHIRICO gets it. He has better output volume over his previous fights and takes less strikes compared to Kopylov. But I think due to that gets the decision. I think it's just about that. He gets hit less and has better output. So I think overall, you consider that he's going to hit him more and get hit less. And if you're thinking about the points, and if it goes to decision, that's what could swing it into his favour if there's no knockdowns and things like that. So I think you've got to go. I'll go that way as Duchero by decision, but I think it will be close and could go either way. So with that one, it's really a decision of what you think of each fighter. But I do think that the stats there are a bit. Duchero I think it's so close. I think the stats give Duchero a bit of an advantage, but I think you could go either way here. But I'm going Duchero by decision. Robert Whittaker versus Vettori, co-main. And this is going to be a pretty good fight, I think. I think Whittaker has that championship. Well, in a sense, he has been champion. He would be the champion if Izzy wasn't in the division. And I think Whittaker, even though the reach could be a problem, Vettori, I think Vettori needs to get him down. I don't think he has that striking potential against Whittaker. Whittaker is such a good striker. And the only way Vettori winning is really try him down and do something different. But Whittaker's takedown defense over his career is 83%. And is Vettori actually a very good? I wouldn't consider Vettori a major wrestler. He's not Yael Romero. He's not been wrestling all throughout his career. He's not in the cage, and he hasn't done that. He likes to stand up. His toughness could be a problem for Whittaker, but I think Whittaker just stays at range and does his game. I think his game is so good. The takedown defense is so great over his career. I don't see Vettori being at the pinnacle of wrestling and takedowns to get him down and do something there. I don't think there's a KO in it. I don't think there's a knockout. Just because, or a TKO, just because of Vettori's toughness. Really, I think he takes Whittaker's punches and doesn't get KO'd. But I think it is quite an easy pick for Whittaker getting that decision. I think Vettori just takes too many hits. I know he's tough and won't probably get knocked out, but I think Whittaker's just takedown defense. You're not going to go there, so you've got to stand up with him. And who's the better stand up is Whittaker, I think, all day, even with Vettori's reach. So I think that's it really. I think that's quite probably the easiest pick on the main card really. Whittaker to win by decision there, and then go to the main event now. Gane versus Tuviasa main event. I think this is a bit of a which way do you want to go? If you think Tuviasa is going to get that big punch he has on Gane, if he's going to actually connect with it, you go with the KO for Tuviasa, or you're going with Gane's just going to outplay him, stay at distance, play his game, and that's it. I think Gane's going to play his game. I don't think Tuviasa actually gets that punch on him. If he does, that changes it up. As soon as you start taking them big hits from heavyweights who are, KOing people, I think that's when you don't, when Gane's ability to stay at range and stay up and keep distance is not there anymore because he takes one of them hits and he'll be a bit flustered for a second and then the Tuviasa's going to be on him. So I think Gane stays at range though. I think he just uses his reach. Stays at range. He is a championship fighter in a sense. He has been in that 5-round. He is ready for it. He has fought the best, and I think he just is better currently. I think he's just got it, and I think he could be a future champion. I think he is very good. He has that ability. He has the ability to stay at range. Gane will not. I don't think he'll have a problem with takedowns. I don't think Tuviasa's going to actually go for it. Really, I don't think that's his game. So I think that's fine. I think that could, if it was, that gives it a bit more of an edge. But I think Tuviasa could do it. But I think the most likely thing is that Gane wins by decision, stays at range, plays his game, and wins it decisively. Doing that, I think. I think Gane in the future, when he gets another championship shot, I think he's got a good chance of winning it. So I think this is a point to prove if Gane wins this. This is, and it should, if he wins it easily, that's the point of my point proven is that he's going to be a future champion. The reach will help Gane so much in this fight, though, that he's got that reach to keep distance, and he just needs to make sure he keeps that. Don't go anything stupid, because as soon as you start getting into a brawl with Tuviasa, just one of them punches will put you in a place where you don't really want to be, and your game plan goes out the window, and you can't keep the range anymore because he knows you're hurt. So I think that's the problem. But I'm going with Gane decision for the main event, and that's the main card done. So please let me know what you think in the comments. Please subscribe if you'd like to see this, and enjoy the fight on in UK time. It'll be Saturday evening, I believe. So please enjoy it, and like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.